Tonight, WECT investigates more than $500 million taxpayer dollars that went to private school vouchers in North Carolina this school year.
Tonight, State Auditor Dave Bullock says he's taking a closer look at where that money is going and what the state is getting out of it. WECT investigative reporter Connor Smith has details for us tonight. Connor, this audit comes after North Carolina's school voucher program's rapid growth.
Yeah, over 200% in just the last 2 years, Fran. Advocates say that is helping families, while critics say there are no guardrails in place for all that growth. But both say they're in favor of auditing the Opportunity Scholarship Program. A controversial state program under review. State Auditor Dave Bullock opening an audit into the taxpayer-funded school voucher program.
We want students to be able to continue to benefit for their educational needs for years to come, and I think this audit will help do that.
I was really happy that it's happening. I think it's a long time coming.
The Opportunity Scholarship Program helps families pay for private school. Any student across the state is eligible regardless of income. This school year, the program cost $587 million with over 100,000 students participating. Critics like Heather Coons with Public Schools First NC say with that much taxpayer money at stake, private schools need to be held accountable.
When the money is going into a black hole, we have no way to see what's happening in the schools, how the money's being spent, what the curriculum is, what the teacher certification is.
Coons hopes the audit leads to more transparency requirements for private schools, like posting teacher credentials and test results. But school choice advocates like Mike Long with Parents for Educational Freedom in North Carolina say the voucher program is working for families as is, and the audit will only confirm that.
I think it's important to ensure those resources are safeguarded, that they're administered responsibly, and that they're positioned for long-term success.
For now, Bullock will spend the next few months reviewing the program and how your tax dollars are being spent. And in a statement, Dave Bullock says the audit will ensure the Opportunity Scholarship Program is delivering on its intent. The audit is expected to finish this fall. We'll let you know what the office finds out. Connor Smith, WECT News.